Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss again another diastereoselective reduction of a chiral carbonyl compound by lithium aluminum hydride. So as you can see here also two diastereomers will be obtained as the products. The first thing which will come in our mind is the explanation by considering the Felkin-Ann model. However, the interesting thing about this ketone compound is it is having an OH group, and this particular OH group will determine the fate of the reaction. To understand that, we have to first draw this compound in Newman projection formula. So here will be our carbonyl group, here will be the phenyl group, here will be the hydrogen, and here will be the OH group. So now in the first step, what will happen? The lithium aluminum hydride will supply the H- or hydride, which will now behave as the base. Remember one thing, that this particular hydrogen atom of lithium aluminum hydride is a hard center, and due to that reason the hydride of lithium aluminum hydride behave as a good nucleophile as well as a good base. And here, due to the basic property, this particular hydride will first snatch this acidic hydrogen from the OH group, and this will eventually form a alkoxide. And if we draw the alkoxide also in Newman projection formula, it will eventually look like this. So as you know, first it will form a lithium alkoxide, then the alane, which will form after the donation of this particular hydride to the carbonyl compound, alane will form, and in the next step this O- will immediately attack this alane and thereby form a new lithium aluminum hydride derivative. So in the next step, this new lithium aluminum hydride derivative will then again donate its one hydride to another molecule of carbonyl compound, and as soon as this particular hydride is transferred, the chelation will take place. So in the next step, a chelate complex will be obtained, and the corresponding Newman projection formula for that chelate complex will look like this. So this will be the chelate complex. So here the aluminium will be negatively charged, and in the next step the actual hydride will attack as a nucleophile to the carbonyl center. Now there are also two choices. Either this hydride will attack from this side or from this side. So as you can clearly see, if the attack takes place from the left side, then there is less steric or electronic repulsion due to the presence of smallest group, hydrogen. But if the attack takes place from the right side, then the biggest group, which is phenyl, is present there, so it will obviously exhibit some steric or electronic repulsion. So the attack from the left side will be favorable. So as soon as this attack takes place, this particular bond will break and it will form this intermediate. Right. So after that, if we perform an aqueous workup, this intermediate will break and it will give us the corresponding alcohol. So this is in the eclipsed form. So if we draw it in the staggered form, then it will look like this. And now if we convert it into the corresponding flying wedge formula, then it will look like this. This phenyl and this methyl group will be on the plane, and this OH group will be below the plane. The hydrogen will be above the plane, and this particular OH will be above the plane, and the hydrogen will be below the plane. So this is our stereochemistry of the major product. So if we quickly match the stereochemistry, then here carefully notice that this particular OH group is above the plane and this OH group is below the plane. So this OH group is above the plane and this particular OH group is below the plane. So we have just saw how the major compound is forming during the reaction. Now if we consider the formation of the minor compound, then we have to again consider this chelate complex. So attack from the left side provided as the major isomer. So obviously attack from the right side will be the reason for the formation of the minor isomer. So after this attack takes place, again the carbon oxygen double bond will break and it will give us this particular alkoxide. Here will be aluminum negatively charged, right? So this is our hydrogen atom from lithium aluminum hydride. So after this step, if we perform the aqueous workup, we will get the corresponding alcohol. So here we have to also again put this phenyl and this methyl group on the plane, and that's why we have to rotate via the carbon-carbon single bond. So after the rotation, we will get this particular conformation. And if we now convert it into the corresponding flying wedge formula, then it will look like this. This OH group and this OH group are now both on above the plane. So it will look like this. So this will be our minor product. So let us match this again. So here both the OH groups are on above the plane. Here both the OH groups are on above the plane. So we have just understood how the diastereoselective attack by lithium aluminum hydride takes place when there is an OH group is present in the chiral carbon atom. Okay, so this is it for this video. See you in the next video.